I think the biggest impact in the multi-residential sector over the next 12 months will be people actually executing on new development. It's been a hot topic. It's been one that's been widely discussed and attempted and pro-formed by many, by us at Oxford and many of our industry peers. But I think now we really will see people get shovels in the ground and get going with new development.
That's a very good question. I don't see that there's just one impact. I think there's going to be multiple. I think the largest impact that we're going to see in the industry is the marriage between technological change and face-to-face customer service. As we've heard a lot today, people are talking about the strides that are being made in technology, but in the multifamily business, there's still very much a need and a desire for face-to-face customer service. I think the second largest change that we're going to see in this industry is how we handle packages. We have a proliferation of our residents purchasing online, and I think our challenge is going to come to try to figure out how those packages are delivered to the building, how they're cataloged, how they're secured, and how they end up landing in the hands of the residents. So I think that's a really big issue for our industry.
Well, we saw a lot of speakers this morning talk about affordability issues in Canada on the buy side, and we have an increase in the amount of special purpose multi-res being delivered for apartment rental purposes. But if the affordability issues aren't addressed on the buyer market, we may see some supply problems on the renter market because more people coming into the market will be driven into rental units. So my answer to that question would be supply constraints and the need for us to build more apartment units, particularly affordable ones.
Well, I think the biggest impact, I think there's two. I think one is to continue in the value add space where multifamily is still very fragmented. And I think there's still opportunity to buy buildings that need some tender loving care and renovate them and improve the management, improve the operation efficiencies. And I think the other biggest impact is taking own pieces of your own land and intensifying the existing site and developing some new multifamily apartment buildings on your existing pieces of land.
I think some of the biggest impacts are going to be the lack of available units to purchase. Right now the market's very, very tight, which is why you're seeing a lot of development happening. So I think as the development continues, that's how you're going to see growth in the sector as opposed to a lot of acquisitions happening in the next 12 months.